And welcome back. We're going to be playing another draft today. Since last time I had such a ball with it. Straight off the bat, our rare is Spy Buff. I'm not looking for that. The guide in green, that seems okay. This whale is one of the better cards in blue. It's a 4/3 flyer for 4. I'm pretty down with that. Although I'm not the biggest fan of blue. At the moment I'm leaning towards this green card, so I'll just reserve that. Thriving Rats is fine. Thriving Rhino is very good. Actually, we played Energy last time though. I don't think I want to play Energy again. You know what? I think I'm going to go something different this time. We played green, red last time. I think the whale and this are pretty comparable in power level. There's also the Whirler Maker. Maybe we'll go like a control deck. Take the Whirler Maker. I really wish I took that whale now because we would definitely take this Aviator. That's the best card in the pack by far. Revoke Privileges is another good one. If you want to be really controlling. Love to see this rotate to me, though there's just very little chance it would. Experimental Aviator, though, is exceptional. Yeah, he breaks board stalls. He's a good blocker by himself. We've got a Malfunction here, so 2 pieces of removal we'd love to see come back around. I highly doubt they will. We're probably looking more along the lines of a Prophetic Prism. But yeah, I'm happy to take this one here. Alright, so a blue-white could be on the cards here. I'm getting past a lot of blue-white cards. Renegade Freighter is just a very strong card. Fairgrounds Warden, though, is also a very strong card. Fairgrounds Warden is probably a little bit rarer, I think. Well, it obviously is because it's an uncommon. It's a bit harder to get your hands on one of these than it is. I think I can pick up a Renegade Freighter later in the draft. I don't think this will be the last time we see Freighter. Got a Sky Skiff here. Sky Skiff's obviously great. Well, passable really. Built to Last is an okay card, but not at third pick. Theorist. It's not really where I want to be. I haven't really noticed the 1 power things being very good. Although we also have this. Make obsolete. Creatures your opponents control get -1/-1 times turn. If that rotates, I might be interested in jumping into black. Maybe. I'll have to see. But we'll take this Fairgrounds Warden for now. Another Whirler Maker. Propeller Pioneer is good. Weldfast Wingsmith. Now, this is a 4-mana 3/3 flyer. And whenever an artifact enters the battlefield under my control... Okay, so it's not a flyer, it only gets flying when an artifact enters. I see. Whereas this thing is flying all the time. I think I like the one that's flying all the time. It's making me work less hard. And we don't know if we're into that full Fabricate deck yet. Got a Whirler Maker here, so we could possibly get a bit of a combo happening depending on what comes up on our side of the draft. But yeah, we'll take this white card. It's a good card. Last night you probably saw me get my ass kicked by it. There is Dubious Challenge. Who makes cards like this and then lives with themselves? Right, okay. This Puzzle Knot is fine. I don't hate Puzzle Knot. It's good if you're onto an artifact thing. Also, Brian David Marshall was talking about Fragmentize as one-ofs in main decks just being fine. I tend to agree with him. Both are not really something I'll be upset about getting or not getting. I think we're going to take the Puzzle Knot. I think we'll take the Puzzle Knot for now. Probably going to get a Fragmentize at some point. I'm not really upset if we never get it. This Harrier is hugely average. Nimble Innovator. When he enters the battlefield, draw a card for 4 mana. Not pumped about that. 3/4 flyer for 5. Not super excited about that one either. I think, yeah, blue-white really is quite a weak. There is this Reckless Fireweaver. We could do like a white. We're not committed to blue. We could go like a white-red Fabricate and just start pinging people. I think I'm going to take that. Let's have that as a plan B. We're not sort of committed to either red or blue yet. I think white is looking pretty solid though. There's a Wingsmith. There's a Built to Smash. I think Built to Smash is the card. We'll take the World Fast Wingsmith. Maybe it'll be. Seems to be a lot of blue getting past. Avery Mechanic this late in the draft. That's good. A Self-Assembler is also okay as well. For an assembly working creature. I don't hate this Self-Assembler thing. We've got another Glint Sleeve Artisan as well. I think we're going to just take that. It's a little bit more powerful than Avery Mechanic, and I think I can pick up an Avery Mechanic later on in the draft. There's the Fragmentizer I was talking about. There's the Long-Finned Whale that rotated, so I'm actually going to take that. That's another just indication that blue's open. Failed Inspection, counter-target spell. How many Artificer? We actually will take these Inventor Goggles. We've got a few Artificers here. If we go blue-white Artificers, it could be a thing. Inspired Charge, I got wrecked by that last night. Don't hate it as a one-off. Another World Fast Wingsmith. A lot more attractive. A lot more attractive with double Inventor's Goggles, that's for sure. Accomplished Automaton. Don't really want to play that. I'm going to throw it on the board. Not really super keen to play it. I don't think we're playing this Waller Maker thing either. So, looks like we've got a bit of a plan. We're a bit glutted at the 4-drop slot at the moment. Not exactly, but we look like we've got a bit of a plan what we're doing. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Syndicate Trafficker. Sack an artifact, 1/1 counter against Indestructible. Black-white artifacts is a thing, but he doesn't pull me out of black enough. The Barge is just fine. Foundry Inspector is good. I also like Avery Mechanic. But just a 3/2 for 3 is fine, and if as a pick 1 in the early packs, we could get, if we get our hands on a couple of artifact creatures, maybe this card gains in value. So I think it's between the Bomat, Bazaar, Barrage, and Foundry Inspector. I'm going to take the Inspector on a prospect, and also we've got enough 4-drops. I want to have less 4-drops. Here we've got a Toolcraft Exemplar. That's just a great card in the format. Gearseeker Serpent is incredible. Incredible is the only. This has a lot going on. A lot going on for a common. But people weren't really in blue in the last pack. A lot of blue was getting back to me. So I think I can leave this for now. There's not a whole lot of blue in this pack. I've got Glint Sleeve Artisan I'd be happy to see rotate. Herald of the Fair I wouldn't even hate. I think I'm taking the Toolcrafter now, just because we got quite a lot of artifacts, and we've got double Inventor's Goggles. This is also an Artificer, so Artificer. So that should be fine. I guess the worst case scenario is I get one of these Puzzle Knots. But the Serpent would be great. Yeah, there's a lot for this pack too, so I'll keep that on note. Keep that on note. That comes back around, we'll take this Toolcraft Exemplar. Okay, the Mastodon gets more attractive now that we have a Foundry Inspector, because I can play it for 4, and it's in colour to activate its Vigilance ability. I feel like I'm just taking that. I really not like much else in the pack for us. Refurbish isn't something I'm super interested in. Yeah, let's just take that. Got another whale. Furious Reprisal. What we really need is to get some question is, do I want another Glint Sleeve Artisan, or do I want this Self-Assembler? How good is Self-Assembler? I think I just want to go with the safe pick. Assembler's fine and all, but you gotta get a couple of him to be good. The Longfin Skywhale rotated the last time, so I'm gonna take the Artisan and hope it rotates again. If it doesn't, I'm not too worried. I've already got quite a lot of 4-drops. Aether Meltdown is just what the Doctor ordered. It's a removal spell. Our deck's really light on that. It's on 2 on the curve. We're really light on that. So I think we're taking that. There's definitely nothing else here that jumps out at me. So taking that Meltdown. Wisp Weaver Angel. I like this in our deck. We've got a lot of ETBs, a lot of these Fabricate sort of cards. That flickering, that seems fine. What else do we have? Nothing else that really jumps out at me. I think the Angel's just head and shoulders above everything. Windrake is a passable card at this stage of the game, of pack 2. The Weaponcraft Enthusiast being in this pack this late, that's interesting. I don't think there's enough of a draw there to move into black, but someone's going to be in black and be very happy. I'll take the Windrake, although I don't expect to play it. Rebuff. Guess I'll take a rebuff, although again, don't expect to play that one. Theorist hasn't impressed me a lot in draft. I think I just want the build to last. I just want the pump spell. Combat Trick's fine. Didn't get a rotate on those other cards. This is that pack 2. So we end up with our consolation prize, which is a second puzzle knot. Refurbish, I'll just throw it on the sideboard. Probably play it in standard at some point. Rebuff can go to the board, I'm not going to play that. High Tide Hermit. You get. So I can pay to make him attack. Yeah, look, I'll take it, but I'm not really hoping I don't have to play that card. Hoping I don't have to play it a lot. So packs have sort of dried up a bit towards the end there. Makes me wonder, failed inspection. Okay, so we've got like 2 counter spells on the board. So that's good if we're getting killed by something. Alright, this pack. What are we looking at? Got your Veteran Motorist. Trusty Companion. The rare is a Skyship Stalker. Not much white here. And very not what I want blue card. Trusty Companion is probably fine. I don't want the 3rd Glint Sleeve at the moment. Trusty Companion fits number 2 on the curve, which is kind of important. So we'll just put that in there. It's a decent blocker. Maybe I should have been taking those self-assemblers, man. Like, maybe I should have been. They've been coming around. It's too late to jump into it now. I think it's a lot of wasted opportunity. I'd rather just play another one of these world fast wingsmiths. Although, I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm probably not going to play it. Definitely not playing this crab. Get out of here, crab. Get out of here. Achieve the Foundry. That's great for us. That's really great. There's another self-assembler. Ah, ye of little faith. Why did I not take it? I should have just taken it. Just take the damn assembler. What's wrong with you? Anyway, Achieve the Foundry is definitely the pick here. We've got a go wide strategy happening with the puzzle knots and the all the fabricate. So I'm just interested in pumping them. We've got another Inventor's Goggles, happy to get that back. Happy to get the Fragmentize back. Self-assembler maybe, although there's someone around here who's been getting the self-assemblers. Someone. That's not me, damn it. Thriving Ibex is great. Malfunction is much needed removal though. Acrobatic Maneuver is also good. We've got that flicker effect. Donald Tower is great. I'm playing a standard deck with this in at the moment. If you haven't checked those videos out, they'll be up soon. They might already be up by the time this goes up. Stomp is just too much to crew. It's either, I think the Malfunction is probably what I want. Yeah, we'll take the Malfunction. It's hard removal. We need it. Okay, there's not lots for us in this pack. What's the module do? Whenever a creature is above 100, can get an energy. Yes. And that goes with our Wildermaker, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Okay, deck. Visionary Augmenter is a great card. There's not a lot of Fabricate 2s, so when you see a Fabricate 2, you should value it. I definitely do. There's so many self-assemblers. Someone is assembling the hell. Gear Seeker, do we want you now? I do want you now. I'm not keen on playing the Inspired Charge. I'm not really a big fan of those sort of cards. The self-assembler train sailed. I missed the assembler train, okay? I'm sorry. Next time we draft, I'll pick every self-assembler. I missed this time. Could literally have been play an assembler, go to my library and get all 5 of the other assemblers. Not really a aggro deck, so I don't think I want these. That combat trick. Trusty Companion seems a bit average, doesn't it? Can block though by itself. It doesn't need help blocking. Windrake. I don't know, Windrake. Workshop Assistant. When it dies, turn another target artifact card from your graveyard to your hands. I don't hate that at all. The thing is, even if we make lots of energy, what are we doing with that energy? Maybe the Express is exactly what we need to push damage to in the late game. I think so. I'm not a big fan of the Express usually, but I can be at certain times. Let's take out Fragmentize. Let's take another World's Fast Wingsmith. Let's take another Inventor's Goggles. We have so many Inventor's Goggles. We're just going to make Artificers. It's going to be mono Artificiers. Acrobatic Maneuvers are fine one of in this deck. Okay. Okay, it's not the strongest deck I've ever drafted, but we've got a game plan. We definitely have a game plan here, which I like. Plenty of room to maneuver. We're just going to put together a curve of Inventor's Goggles, cheap creatures that get equipped automatically by them, that build an army, and then I think the finisher will probably be the Inspired Charge. Cathartic Reunion, actually, we'll just take that card because that's going to be totally playable in Standard and in Modern. Right. Alright, this is a bit more of a challenging deck building exercise than the last one. So, group creatures separately. Let's have a look at what we've got here. Now, Trusty Companion is a good blocker, but might not be good enough. Foundry, that's what artifacts we have for Foundry Inspector. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We actually do have quite a lot. If we have the Foundry Inspector on the board, we can play Inventor's Goggles for free and the modules for 2. Now, this module and the Whirler Maker, what exactly is this doing for us? Makes a creature, makes an energy. That's essentially what we're doing. And I can bounce creatures, obviously in response to removal spells. With extra energy, is there anything I can actually do in this deck? There is not. Since there is not, that's getting cut. There's no point in having that synergy if I can't leverage it some way. I might be a bit more inspired to use Inspired Charge now. I like the one of Fragmentize. I'm just going to keep that in the deck. The Inventor's Goggles, that's plan A. This could be a very aggressive Inventor's Goggles deck. We're making servos. Chief of the Foundry is amazing. He's plan B. Windrake is not so great. The Fairgrounds Warden is good because we haven't got much removal. Propeller Engineer is good. The Visionary is good. I don't think the Long Finned is where I want to be. The Well-Fast Wingsmith is going to be decent because we've got so many artifacts ETBing. He's going to be a flyer a lot of the time, and a lot of the time on the curve he's going to pick up these Inventor's Goggles and become a 4/5, so a Siege Rhino sized flyer. It's pretty good. I like our 5-drops. They're strong. Maybe I don't want the Armada Express. It's a bit of a, I mean, it's a good beater, but it's not exactly what I want to be doing. Don't have a lot of removal. Not keen on cutting either of these. I want to keep those. Maybe just trim on the 4-drops there. Trim on the Armada. And do we want the Inspired Charge as a game finisher? Is that a good finisher? Because we're going to have board stalls for sure. This deck will build board stalls. And what do we do once the board's stalled? So you can either be accruing up a big Armada Express, attacking with your flyer and with your unblockable, and you got other flyers. Maybe the flyers are just good for board stalls. And then what we're waiting to draw into the Inspired Charge to pump the team and go. Get rid of this. Do I want to get rid of Acrobatic Maneuver? I can bounce the Angel to bounce another thing. What's our curve looking like? It's interesting. I think we need to make one more cut. I think it has to be the Inspired Charge. Such a great card when you got board state, but you need board state for it to be great. So I think our main plan here is the Flyers. Definitely going to be our plan A. Maybe... So how many artificers do we have to make use of the Inventor's Goggles? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Could bulk it up to 8 with having another Wingsmith. Let's just play 2 Wingsmith. I think it's fine. It's enough of a quantity of these. So this is basically going to be an interesting deck. Let's look at what our color requirements are. 1-1. Not many double. We've got a double white here and a double blue. It's a little bit rough. We need white early, so we definitely want just skewing towards white. And I think a 9/8, but I think Magic Online's got it correct this time. Okay, safest deck. Totally different archetype to what we did last time. Keen for that. Alright, I'll see you in round 1.